Hey, Kayan here, and I have the October collage sheets ready for my patrons, my paid patrons over on Patreon. Receive these, all the tiers receive these. Some higher tiers also receive some extra things, but all the paid tiers receive the access to these as digital sheets that they can print out as they wish. So I've printed my set out. I'm excited to use them. Before I use them though, I wanted to make a little video to show you what's available for October. So just going to run through these. Are not in any particular order. I think I counted 14 sheets this month, and sometimes I just get excited about things to share and can't stop myself. So here we go. The theme this month is kind of collage, so I did a lot of cut out paper collage words for things, but I also decided to give you an alphabet from those collage words that I made. So there's several A's. I tried to do an extra lot like some of the vowels and stuff. So hopefully you can make your own words in your own planners and journals using these. Some of these pages are printed on, this is actually Avery brand matte clear label paper. It's sticker paper, but it's clear. So that's kind of nice if you're sticking it over a background that it'll show through. You don't have to be as careful cutting out and so on. Very practical. But I have printed on a whole assortment of types of papers depending on how I imagine using them. So also on the clear transparent sticker paper, I have, stick this underneath, the months. And most of us, if you're a planner person, you're probably already start looking forward to the next year and getting things set up and organized for that. So I did a sheet of the months, also in collage, cut paper collage. This is to make a little dashboard with. Just a minute. So I have this one that I put in my planner. It's been laminated and I've had it for some years now, and so I decided it's probably time to make some new ones. And I like these though because I'll stick sticky notes onto there, or something I need to pay attention to, or temporary things. It also is kind of like a bookmark to mark where today is in my planner. So I've used it a ton. It's got a front and a back, and so I simply printed these out, cut them out, glued them together face by face, back to back, and then laminated them. So that's what I thought, this little fall critter version. This guy was a sticker for some previous months, and so I just made him a little backside. And so those I will cut out and I will laminate, and I'll probably show you that later. But that's what that one is. You can also, print it. This will fit nicely in like a traveler's notebook, probably a Hobonichi cousin. It would stick out the top a little bit. If you're using a smaller journal or planner, you'll probably want to print this at a smaller size. Then I have collage numbers, and I did this in lieu of dates this time, but I did make lots of 1s and 2s so that you could create your own dates through, hopefully I figured right, and it'll get you through the month using 2 numbers. And then matching that, I also have the days of the week in collage form, and I had fun laying these out and fitting them in. So I have those ready for you as well. Also printed these on clear sticker paper. These are some poured artworks I did through this year, mainly during the summer, and so they're poured and collaged artwork. I have a lot of fun making these. I've made several this year, and I just turned those into journaling blocks. So I put a white block on here so you can stick those in. Sometimes I just want a little decorative thing, but I also need to be able to write on them. So hopefully you enjoy those. And then I have months, or a view of the month of November 2025, and I've done a collage version. If you want to match, go with that theme. But I also made a vintage version. I took a bunch of pictures, and you'll see those sheets later, but I made a vintage version and a bright or cherry collage version. I also included this librarian because I combined the prompts bear with, I believe it was library, and in my October art challenge, and I've been having lots of fun with this. There'll be a tour, sketchbook tour coming up at some point. Let me find this one. So I, on the left side kind of sketched up some ideas and then made my final version over here. I'm not totally thrilled with it, but I do think it'd be kind of fun to use like on a book reading page or something like that. So I have one with him in the library, and then I have one with just his little chair and his books. I did this collage here, read to think, and a little tag that matches colors, and then just the book, the word read. These were just some fun little characters out of my sketchbook that I was just playing around with, some little cute animals. I left them kind of sketchy, if you like that look, and I had used the oval template to make the backgrounds for them. So they're some fun little animals. I just got a new Lian, I'm not sure how you say it, but a sticker printer that I've been playing around with, and I tried this sheet on the sticker printer, and I think that's super cute little stickers. So if you have a sticker printer or something, you can resize and use them in some other ways. So that's pretty fun. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out in these little cute size. And then I also, years ago, I made a recipe book for my kids of some homemade things with recipes with some art journal style works in them, and so I kind of gleaned those. I recently made a new page for one of my daughters that was getting married, a recipe. She had a recipe shower, and so I made a recipe, a new sheet to go in that book, and I've made a video of that, which I'll probably be posting for my patrons here soon. But I took those parts of those and made these recipe sheets, because I'm thinking that in my traveler's notebook inserts, this is a used one, but I think I'll make one of them be recipes, so it'll be a little smaller and handier in my kitchen and not take a lot of space and just be very usable. So I thought of making myself one of those, and I thought maybe some of you might be interested in that too. And then this is an old recipe of my grandmother's, which I think is just really pretty, and I thought it could be fun as a collage element. And then this is a sketch, a preliminary sketch that I did. This will be this month's sticker, one of the stickers sent, and not to spoil the surprise or anything, but in the process of getting, let me find the proper page here. Go. So I did some preliminary sketches before I did this end result, And this was one of the preliminary sketches, which was the idea of a cat holding a piece of pie and eating it, and pumpkin pie, of course. So I put that preliminary sketch here because I thought it was kind of cute. So I have these two kind of Thanksgiving but cooking recipe related sheets. I have some tinies here, small version of the dates, the days, the months, and then some quotes, which I'll get to here soon. And then I have, and I printed these on Tomoe River paper because it's one of my favorites for doing collage. But I did these photo montage type sheets where I just laid out some vintage treasures and took photos of them. My daughter, I was recently gifted this little adorable little old photo album. So like a little souvenir photo album, and it has all these tiny little photos in it that are just precious. It was a seaside vacation, apparently. Here's a picture of seagulls. It's just pretty cool, and I think that I'm going to try to make some art from these, so there may be an art challenge coming up for using these photos. But in the meantime, I thought I would include that in this really pretty old thing. This was something that my dad got that he used as a wallet for a while, and it's old and worn. And an old blueprint. Lots of fun treasures in this. Some sheet music. I love this dip pen. It's old and obviously inky dip pen. This was out of a Sears catalog. It's pretty fun. I had fun putting those together. Let me know if you like that type of stuff. So my thought is, like, you could use it as is and then paste things on top of it, like if you're a scrapbook or something. I will probably tear it into chunks and use it in some collages. Or I may even, I thought this would be a really beautiful, because I need to make, this is my October insert and it's just about done, so I need to make a November one. And that would be really cool as the cover, I think, for a November insert. So that might be how I use one of these. And then I think this is the last one, is some more collage letter quotes or little sayings, like give thanks, be amazed, I love that, see the good, simple moments, things that we might put as we journal or plan, or just little reminders to ourselves. And I thought those would be fun to use. I love to use things like this. So pretty much I make the things that I think I would enjoy using, and then hope that you all do too. But let me know what you think. I have also used these in a new way because I have recently gotten that sticker printer that I mentioned. So some of these sheets I've used actually to create little sticker prints. Now the format of them is kind of long, so I have to fill in, like this is a sheet, and so then it's got extra length on it. So like I just added one of the quotes down here at the bottom. I've used the days of the week, kind of shuffled them around and made little sticker sheets. So these are stickers, so that's kind of fun. These are numbers. I've already used part of them. So that is yet another way that you can use your digital collage sheets, if you so choose, and have a sticker printer cutter. So that's the sheets. Hope you enjoy them. If you are interested in getting some of those, pop over to my Patreon. I'll have the link in the description below, and I'd be happy to have you join our little community over there. Okay, so now I am excited. The moment I've been waiting for is to use these, and it's been hard for me to not cut into them before I showed them to you, so I'm very excited about using these. I've been thinking about how I would want to use them all the time that I was making them. And the first thing I'm going to do is make my November insert. So the October insert that I thought I might fit 2 months in is only have a few pages left. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new insert for November so that it's all contained in one booklet. That'll make it easier to go back and reference things if I need to. So I'm just taking some cardstock paper here to make a cover. The pages, I had taken one insert and removed half the pages to make the inserts a little bit thinner, because that just suits my needs better. So I took that other half of the pages that I had removed, and I'm just putting a cover on those, and I will use those for November. So cutting it down to size, and then I'll just staple that all together, and then I'll be ready to decorate the cover. One of the things that I love about Traveler's Notebook systems of any size is how easy it is to make your own inserts and to customize it for your own needs and what you want to do. You can change what kind of paper you have inside. You can be totally flexible in suiting your own needs. So I've got the insert done now, stapled together, just double checking it that it is indeed the right size with the October insert, and then I'm ready to begin. So I'm pretty happy with these photo montage I made, these papers, and I think they're make a super fun and easy way to make a cover, perfect for November, definitely giving some fall and vintage vibes, which just seems appropriate for the month. So I'm cutting it down to size just by wrapping it around my insert. No measuring or anything like that, just doing things the easy way. And then I will glue this on, and I will be almost done with decorating my insert. This glue stick's kind of old, so it's very gunky, but I think it'll do the job, but that's why it looks so thick on here. I've kind of rediscovered some old supplies that I need to use up. The Tomoe River paper is nice and thin and really nice for collaging, but just regular printer paper would work fine also. Just getting that all smoothed down and stuck down good, making sure everything's in place and smooth and no bubbles. Go ahead, glue the back now, and then I will be covering this whole thing. I wouldn't have to. I could leave it as is, but just to make it a little bit more durable, I have some sticker paper that I accidentally got glossy when I meant to get matte, and so I have this glossy sticker paper that I'm not so wild about for my printing out my sheets on, but it will work perfect for laminating this cover. And I also often use packing tape just to cover my covers, make them more durable, but since I have this sheet of sticker paper, I thought that would be a quick and easy and good way to use that. So I definitely could use this as is, but I think I want to cover this little, it was not quite wide enough, the sheet of paper, to cover the entire back cover as well. So I'm covering that with a little strip of washi tape. And then on the front side, I think I want to put a label of some sort to say what month it is. I could definitely write it in there, but I have all these fun little letter stickers, so I think I'll use those. I do archive my old journals, at least for a while, to because sometimes I need to refer back to something in them, or some notes I took in them, or just for some information, or even just for the fun of looking back through them. So I do keep them for a while, not necessarily forever, but for a while. So I do want to be able to look at a glance and know what month it was or what time frame. And I have learned the hard way that I also need to put the year on there, because that becomes less apparent as time passes. Again, this is just one of the dates collage sheet, the digital download that I sized to fit my new Leanne printer, and it prints and cuts on this 4x7 size sheet, so I can fit about a digital sheet and a half on there. So that's why they look a little different. I'm also taking one of the stickers for the November Sticker Club Happy Mail and sticking that on the front of this one as well. And then here is that glossy sticker sheet that I will be using to cover the insert with. It's a little tricky to work with the full sheet and to not get it stuck where I don't want it to, but I'm just using the full sheet, and I'm going to use the extra to fold over the edge to the inside so that I have a nice durable edge there so nothing starts to peel up. Pretty happy with those quick and easy results, and I am so much more like this. Has a lot of work notes and budget things and things that aren't so fun, but seems easier to get your jobs done when you have a little fun book to do it in. I thought it would be kind of nice to have an overview of the month at the beginning of this insert that I could just easily look at and check off and whatever needed to happen there. And then I also like to have at the beginning a list of goals. So I made a section for the goals. I'm going to use that scrap, the leftover scrap from the vintage printed out paper to cover the inside, make like an end paper for it, just make that all nice and pretty. And then I'm going to put this journaling block, one of these journaling blocks, on here. I think I'm going to use this to write like the birthdays for the month so that I keep those in mind. I'm kind of excited about using these journaling blocks. I think they're going to be really handy and fun to use just when I have little somethings that need to stand out on the page. And then now I'm just going to go ahead and write in some of the goals that I have using my fountain pen. It's got kind of a purple plum ink in it, and put the birthday heading there. I'll have to go back and look up my birthdays to make sure I get the dates right. This is an insert that I've had for a long time. It's by Good Impressions, and I decided to, if I have something nice, I tend to hoard it, and I decided I should not hoard it, but I will use it for something that's a little bit more permanent, and so I decided that would be a good one to have for my little family recipe book that I'm going to jot down recipes or maybe glue in recipes, or just like my little working current recipe book in my kitchen. We've recently done some downsizing and I don't really have space for all my cookbooks right now, so this will be serve me in the meantime. And then this is that little dashboard critter, and I've cut it out of the printout. I printed it on some photo paper, glossy photo paper, so it'd be a little bit heavier. And then I have glued the two sides together. So he's got his front side here, and then if you flip him over, his back side shows. And I will be using him as just, he's part bookmark, part sticky note holder. I like to stick little small sticky notes just right to it. and if there's something I need to remember, he will kind of hold that for me. So very multi-purpose. And then this is something, insert I had decorated a long time ago. I had started it as a December insert. I don't think it looks very appropriate for the season, so I'm kind of jazzing it up a little bit, putting a name of the month and the year on there. And I decided I would go ahead and get it ready because I will do some pre-planning in December, like making some gift lists and things like that. So I decided I could go ahead and start getting that ready. I don't know whether it'll be something that I have with me in my actual cover or not right now. I cut out that little recipe image and stuck it on the front of the recipe book, which I thought was kind of nice. So just kind of doing little odds and ends, getting everything all together and wound up. In my more permanent insert that has more like my reference things, I thought that it'd be nice to have some of these little inspirational words in there, so I'm going to find some places to put some of those. I love words, they inspire me, and these are these fun little collage words I made that I printed on clear sticker paper, so they're ready to stick in. Back to my December insert. I'm doing lots of jumping around here, but this is a page that I had put a date on like long ago when I began it previously and didn't use, so rather than waste that page, I'm going to use one of those journaling blocks to cover that up, and this will become my page for writing down gift ideas. So you'll see it this time, but after this it'll be top secret. But I'm using that alphabet sheet to cut out letters for the word gifts so that I can make a title for this page. And again, makes those little jobs so much funner if you have a fun, attractive page to work with. I really like working with the clear sticker paper because even though I'm trimming them kind of close, you don't have to be real careful about it. And the sticker part just kind of melds into the background, and that's a really nice feature that. I'm not a very patient person, so I like not having to spend a lot of time doing fussy cutting of these letters. I can just kind of cut them into chunks and I'm good to go. I think these collage letters have kind of a fun, playful look, and I really like how they look placing them all together. Like each word you make using this alphabet is going to be a little bit different because of the different letters you're using, and there's a mix of uppercase letters and lowercase letters, and I like the fun look that that gives. I had hoped to do some work in my memory keeping journal as well, but it is getting close to midnight now, and I think I better turn in. So our time's about up for this session. I will work on that another time, possibly over on Patreon, but I hope you have enjoyed seeing some of the ways that I use these collage sheets. The possibilities are endless, and they just make things, decorating your journals, quick, easy, and fun. So that's me using these collage sheets for now. I'm looking forward to also using them in my memory keeping journal, which I did not have time to do this time, but hopefully will soon, so you can join me for that, or stop by over on Patreon to see more. But hope you enjoy these sticker sheets as much as I am, and I look forward to using them some more. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.